Hey YouTube, it's Nathan here from Summit or Nothing. Thanks for joining me today. It is a wonderful and delightful soggy Sunday in January 2021. Lockdown is still in force. Can't really go out, don't want to go out, don't want to go camping, don't want to go walking. So stuck inside, wondering what to do, and I thought, do you know what? I'm gonna make a video for you guys out there because my good friend Trevor, also from Summit or Nothing, has bought me a present. Now, I don't know if you guys remember the last wild camping video that I was in with Trev up on Great Links, but Trev very kindly lent me a tent. If you think back sort of some of the times where I was in the tarp, obviously it was clear I wasn't enjoying myself, so Trev was really insistent that maybe I'd give a tent a go and maybe I'll have a bit better fun. My argument was always that the tent was too heavy. You know, you're carrying tent poles, blah blah blah, this, that and the other, and it packs down and it's quite big. So Trev was like, do you know what, if you try the Lanshan, it uses your hiking poles, which you always carry with you anyway, so you haven't got to carry extra hiking poles. It is a ground sheet and a tarp, but you're also not carrying a bivvy bag, so ultimately, weight for weight, it sort of cancels each other out. And I was like, do you know what, that sounds like a great idea, because the issues that I had with the tarps, there was one trip, I can't remember exactly where it was, but I was in the tarp and it was piping hot. It was summer, there was no wind, there was no rain, and you'd think it would be perfect ideal camping conditions, but with no fly sheet and no ground sheet and no sort of mesh, you know, I was waking up in the middle of the night and I swear I was being eaten alive by bugs that were just crawling off the floor into the sleeping bag and gnawing away at me. I respond quite badly to bee stings, wasp stings and horsefly bites as well, so you know, really not an ideal situation. If you think to other times where I've been camping in tents with no ground sheet and the ground's been absolutely soaking and I woke up in a puddle and it started soaking through my bivvy bag into my sleeping bag, and then I've been awake at 2 o'clock in the morning absolutely soaking wet, having a miserable time of it. But the short and tall of it is I had some rather unpleasant experiences in the tarp. So Trev decided to lend me his Lanshan, I want to call it a Lanshan tent, okay? It's really quite small, it's really quite light, and that was great. And I said, you know what Trev, I really enjoyed it, I was really impressed, I had a good night's sleep. That might be partially responsible, partially due to the new roll mat, the inflatable roll mat that I've been using as well, but I'm converted, I'm sold on the idea of a tent. And Trev was like, do you know what Nath? If you're happy to use a tent and that's the way you want to go, I'm going to get you one, because obviously the colour of this is a bit sort of bright. So Trev said he'd get me a Lanshan, which is not quite as loud, but also he'll get me the Four Seasons one, which I believe has got more solid sides and less mesh on it. So today, here we go. So Trev ordered it, it's been delivered to him, he sent it over to me, and now I'm going to open it for you guys to see. Smells very clean and hygienic. Wow. That is small, isn't it? Let's be honest. In my hands, that looks tiny. Hang on, let me get it out of this plastic bag. Size-wise, it doesn't look a huge amount smaller than the Lanshan that Trev lent me, but this one's been packed professionally, obviously. Oh wow. It feels like there's no tension or stress on that bag whatsoever, and that feels like it's fit to burst, you know? But, bag design, pretty much identical. Weight-wise, I tell you what, I'm gonna get some scales. Right, okay, scales. Okay, 3-season Lanshan. 1255 grams, alright, 1255 grams. 4-season Lanshan, 1190. So they're both about 1200 grams. I'm guessing that the difference in this one might be the fact that it's been used. Maybe it's got additional guy ropes, maybe there's some pegs in there, I don't know, but there's definitely some pegs in there. But there's nothing between the two for weight, you know? Right, well, they've definitely changed the design of the clips on this one. So the bag's very much the same as the earlier one. Very thin, but very sort of robust feeling material. And I think that's something that you have to get used to. I think when you're going down the lighter weight kit route, is the fact that obviously the materials aren't going to feel as heavy, and I think you do have to sort of put a bit of faith in it. Part of the issue that I had with the inflatable roll mat is the fact that I'm concerned about it getting punctured and then not having any insulation at all. And when you feel the material that it's made of, you're just like, oh my god, that's so thin. But I think it's sooner or later you have to sort of say, okay, well, this is exactly what it's been designed for. I'm going to have to put a bit of faith in it and give it a go. And do you know what? I don't regret it. So I'm going to try the same sort of philosophy with the tent. Okay, things you notice straight off the back. It's black, very stealthy looking. I'm with you, right. So the dark stuff is the ground sheet. And then we've got a strong but visible green for the fly. Oh, Trev will be delighted at that, look at that. Hey, guy ropes actually attached. That's always a bonus. Also, in here, we have this delightful little black pouch. Inside we have patch kit, spare guy ropes, 2 of. Yeah, and these are the cool pegs that Trev really likes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 pegs. So that's the challenge. I'm going to put this baby up with no more than 8 pegs. I wish I could get out and actually put the tent up for you today and sort of show you a bit more, but like I said, it is raining, and unfortunately my garden turned into a bit of a quagmire yesterday where I was walking around it trimming trees and stuff in my boot, so it's all a bit churned up. I think what I'm going to do before I use this for the first time, hopefully it won't be too long before we're allowed out of lockdown, or restrictions ease into a tier system again, and me and Trev will be able to meet up and go camping, hopefully on Dartmoor, maybe by the coast, who knows. But I think what I'll do next time round is I'll actually watch a tutorial, probably not Trev's, on how to put it up, and sort of maybe have a couple of goes in the garden, maybe film it, let you guys have a look. But I have no doubt it won't be long at all before Summit Nothing is back up and running, and we're coming to you over YouTube with more adventures outside. Let's see now if we can pack this up the way it came. Probably not. You're never going to get the opportunity to pack it up like this again when you're out on the trail. No, it's too long. Look at that. Is that a success? I think that's success. There's definitely a lot more tension on the straps now than there was when I took it out, but I'll tell you what, that's pretty damn small. So, there we have it, YouTube, the Lanshan. Hopefully pretty soon I'll be able to give you guys a road test of the tent. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you guys have found that interesting or useful. Alright, thank you very much. Peace out.